Well, welcome to season 2 of Eagle Talk. Man, it's great to be back out here at Jordan Stadium. You know, just seeing all these kids out here working out. David, talk a little bit about phase 1 that we've just entered into.
Yeah, it is. It's really good to be back. Phase 1, that's where we're at right now with athletics in Craven County schools. It involves our kids being out here, every day. We can be out here between 7:30 and 3:30 during the day sometime. Right now at West Craven, all of our teams are going between 8 and 9:30. In phase 1 is a combination of guidelines provided by the NCHSAA and Craven County schools, who went a step further to provide us some more protection. Phase 1 involves our kids being in 20-man group pods. That's including the coach. So right now we have 4 pods going. We have volleyball on the softball field. We have a football group on Jordan Stadium track, a football group in the JV practice field, and a football group on the varsity practice field. They have to stay 6 feet apart. Kids have to wear masks to and from campus. Coaches have to wear it all the time. There are no facilities available except for the restrooms. So kids have to bring their own water bottles. We try to let them have restroom breaks in pairs, not in groups. Like I said, they stay 6 foot apart. So there's hand sanitizing station that the district provided us all around out here in the outside part of campus. So we're staying as safe as we can, doing the things we're supposed to be doing, because at the end of the day, we love being out here. Our coaches do, our players do. And so we're doing everything we can to stay out here.
Right. Now talk a little bit about the screening station. I'm sure there's a screening station. When they get here, they have to go through a few things before they can be ready to go.
Yep, there is. Kids, when they arrive in the morning, their rides are not supposed to leave them. They got to wait till they check in through the station and they're cleared to come in our facilities, because they do all check in different spots to stay, socially distanced apart. But they come through, they get their temperature taken by the pod leader of that day, coach. They get a series of questions that have been provided by the NCHSAA about temperatures, about how you're feeling, how people at home have been sick or not sick, headaches, all that. There's a whole series of questions they got to go through. And as long as they answer those correctly and their temperature comes in correctly, that's then checked by a school-provided nurse to make sure that there's some accountability behind it, and that we're checking up on the safety of kids. And once they clear that process, every single day they do that, then they're allowed into the pod and we get after it working out.
Now, we found out on Wednesday by the NCHSAA that they're going to suspend all fall athletics until September 1st at least. So I guess we are stuck here in this phase 1 for the next 5 or 6 weeks. Is that how that works?
Yep, that's exactly how that works. They've been very transparent and open with us that, they tried August 1st and it just didn't work. So September 1st is going to be our day. And that's kind of depending on how school starts, how many people can get back in school and that kind of thing for athletics later on. But right now, the fall sports practice day will be September 1st when we can get after it. We don't know anything about games right now. I know we had games scheduled before that. Obviously, those aren't going to happen, that kind of thing. But we have no idea on gameplay and that, or even how long it'll be from September 1st to when we can start games. So, and to be very transparent and open, the NCHSAA has also said that's kind of an open date too. So it could move back, it could get delayed again, or it could get canceled. So, but right now that's not what anybody wants. We're doing everything we can do. Selfishly, as an athletic director, I'm proud of what our West Craven athletes have done, coming the correct way every day. Our coaches have been monitoring that. They've been enforcing those rules. So we're doing everything we can do to start September 1st. Right. And it's just going to kind of be, up to the public if they, follow rules too and help us out.
That's right. That's right. And now, so it's got to be good to see these kids. They had to be excited to see each other and get out here with their coaches who they haven't seen since probably May, to get back together and get some workouts in together.
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, it was March 13th when we got out. So it's been several months. Just that first day last week was exciting to see kids, because a lot of them, they may have seen each other in the neighborhoods, but the majority of them hadn't seen each other, since March 13th, outside of maybe social media or a text message. And a lot of them hadn't seen our coaches since then. So to just get everybody back, even though it's fitnessing and conditioning, how many people like to run and do exercise and all that, but you're an athlete. They're out here doing it. And just to have that camaraderie of everybody being back together and laying eyes on people, because I think that's one of the biggest things our coach is worried about. When we can't see them every day, we worry about them. We don't know what they're doing. We have no influence on them. Right. So just to be able to lay our eyes on them, see some smiles, see some hard work and some sweat going on out here, that's a very good thing. And like I said, we're doing everything we can safety-wise to continue that and to get into the next phase whenever that happens.
Up next, we'll have a couple of these student athletes who are out here working out join us here on Eagle Talk.
Stop by Snowy Time 252 on Main Street in Vanceboro for over 50 flavors of shaved ice and North Carolina's best frozen orangeade. Also be on the lookout for our Snowy Bus, coming to your neighborhood soon. We now offer 32-ounce frozen orangeades on the bus as well.
All right, welcome back to Eagle Talk. We're here with Kasim Moore, varsity football player. He's got a slice of pizza shirt on today, full of sweat. That's a slice of pizza I probably wouldn't stay away from today. But Kasim, it's good to see you out here. Good to be working back out. Tell us a little bit about just what it's been like to be back these last 2 weeks.
It's a relief because I really wanted to get back with the boys, and I get to connect with my teammates more because we really want a season and we need to build the team chemistry more. And it's really good. I really enjoy it.
Yep, being back, trying to have a season, that's what we're all trying to do. So along those lines, we do have a lot of safety precautions in place. I see you got your mask on, which you're supposed to be. You go through a series of questions every day. Hud and I hit on that earlier. How do you feel about the safety of everything that's going on out here? Do you feel safe? Maybe what we could do, is there anything else we could be doing?
I feel really safe out here. I think the precautions are very, very valid. The coaches is doing a great job of keeping us 6 feet apart, and it's keeping the players safe, and I really enjoy being out here.
That's good. That's something Hud and I talked about earlier. Just having the players back out here on campus, having them around their coaches, that's been big for everybody out here. Kasim, tell us a little bit about you. Obviously, we went remote learning for a few months there in school. How did that go for you? What have you been doing at home the last few months?
I think remote learning has helped me a lot. It's boosted my GPA up. I think the work was a lot easier. At home, I've been working out with a few teammates. I invited them over, make sure I have everything clean. I've been grinding ever since we got out of school. So, yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. That's good. Kasim Moore, varsity football player. Again, we love having you back out here. Good to see you here every day. Keep coming. And, that's why we're out here. That's why we're doing all the safety precautions we're doing. So young student athletes like Kasim could be out here working and grinding every day. We'll be back with Eagle Talk in just 1 minute.
Back out here for year 2, and I know it's under unusual circumstances. We're wearing masks, but we're trying to do the right things and keep these kids safe. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think it's just like anything else. When you got to change, there's got to be a period of time where you get adjusted to it. And I think our kids have done that really well. I've been told Coach Fernandez, and I was pleasantly surprised a little bit at how well and eager they were to follow the rules and to put a mask on. I think it just feeds to their wanting to be out here, and they'll do whatever it takes to get out here and see their teammates and get out of the house a little bit.
Now talk a little bit about how's the turnout been. You've had good numbers so far?
Yeah, we've had good numbers. We kind of limited our own numbers a little bit, just making sure, because we wanted to make sure we did it right. We didn't want to have groups bumping full, and we wanted to have a number that we felt like we could manage really well. And those guys have been showing up, and we've had a couple guys, that have been out of state and had to quarantine. And like I said, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to tell your parents to quit living and not take a family vacation. That's not my place. But we're trying to play by all the rules, and our kids have done a great job with it.
That's good. Now we heard this week that the NCHSAA has pushed back fall sports till September 1st at least. How does that kind of change your planning and what goes into your daily workouts?
I'll be honest with you. I was a little worried a couple of weeks ago that our guys weren't, if we had to play in August like normally scheduled, our guys were out of the weight room and out of strength and conditioning program for several months. And I'd be lying to you if I wasn't worried about us being ready physically to play in games that early. I think state made the right decision as far as what they've done. Like I say, I think everybody wants to play. From my standpoint, I think moving it back, and if we lose a couple games to make sure our athletes are really ready to play, I think that's doing the right thing for our athletes.
Well, thanks for coming on the show today. We enjoy having you, and we're going to hope we have a good season.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to Eagle Talk here. Very successful day here, Hud. We were able to talk to Coach Twitchell,
right.
Kasim Moore from the football team. Gave the people out there, the audience, a little bit of the intake on what is happening out here and how it's taking place. So that was real good. We're glad to be back with you. Hud here is wearing one of our West Craven masks. We do have a limited supply of those for $10 each. We have some of the neck scarves that are coming in. Those are going to be $10 too, I believe. So we do have some protection available with West Craven flair to it. Hud, we've been off the air for a few months. We've been out of school for a few months. What have you been doing during that time?
Well, we're right in the middle of the snowy time season, and
That's it.
And it's been a different year. I mean, it's no events. We had like 19 events scheduled, and all but 2 have already canceled. So, been driving around neighborhoods like the ice cream truck,
There you go.
and trying to get through. Now, I hear you may have become a chef over the break. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, a little bit. Tried my hand at cooking. Big fan of Sam the Cooking Guy. Give him a little plug on social media and YouTube, but followed his lead a little bit. There's thousands of followers on his stuff, but been able to cook the family some good stuff. Had a lot of family time, that kind of thing. So the break's been good, but I think just like everybody in America, just ready to get back to being normal too.
That's it. One more question. Now, what is your best dish that you have cooked so far?
Ooh, best dish. My son Eli is a very picky eater, and we came up with a chicken ranch kind of rolled up sandwich that he loves making. In fact, it's trickled down to where now he can kind of make it on his own. So he makes them up and throws them in the refrigerator to microwave. So it's been good.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining us here on Eagle Talk for our first week back, and we hope to see you again soon.